Hey kids, doesn't this look familiar? It's the Quran. We haven't looked at it in a long while. We're still in the Heifer, aren't we? Which is chapter 2. It appears that we are on the Heifer, verse 198. We didn't even make it to verse 200 of this. So, for those of you who haven't seen this before, I'm Azaria. I'm a Christian, and I think that in order to strengthen my beliefs, I need to be aware of what others believe. And I also think that it's super important in loving my neighbors to understand what they believe and be willing to learn from them. So I've taken it upon myself to walk through the Quran and just read what it has to say and learn. And I invite any of my Muslim or more knowledgeable, even followers, subscribers, whoever, to provide more information. So every week for a while we'd read the Quran, and I'd talk about it as I was reading it, my thoughts, my impressions, and then I stopped. So now we're doing that again. All that being said, you can find the other videos on my channel, various places. We're going to dive right in. So, you will be committing no sin if, in brackets, also brackets, I don't know what's going on, but it has brackets. So, during the pilgrimage, and brackets, you seek to obtain any bounty from your Lord. So, my understanding, having remembered very little context, is that there are pilgrimages, and all the stuff that is obtained during them is for God, dedicated to God. The Israelites had a similar concept. They would devote things to destruction or whatever, and that was dedicating something to God, and the way you would show that it was his was by destroying it. So you could never be tempted to use his stuff. When you return from Arafat, which is a name we have not heard before, by the way, remember God at the sacred place, and remember him as he guided you, or as he has guided you. Before this you were surely astray. Then press on from where the pilgrims stream forth and ask God's forgiveness. God is ever forgiving and most merciful. That's a very similar concept to what we have in Christianity, and it's littered throughout the Old Testament too, so I guess Jews believe that too. You can definitely see a lot of similarities between the Abrahamic religions when you read this. When you have performed the acts of worship prescribed for you, celebrate the praises of God as you celebrated the praises of your fathers, or even more fervently than that. There are some who say, "Our Lord, give us abundance in this world. These shall have no share in the world to come." So that's really interesting. You gotta prioritize that world over this world, or you're gonna get what you asked for. Abundance in this life and nothing over there. That's really similar to a lot of what Jesus says. The Quran is on point. But there are others who pray, "Our Lord, grant us good in this world, as well as good in the world to come, and protect us from the torment of the fire. They shall have a good share from what they have earned." That's interesting. That's interesting. So you're allowed to pray for the other world and that stuff. And you're allowed to pray for this world. You can have both. Because Christianity is all about, like, the other world instead of this world. Like, the great suffering here is counted as great joy there, so don't ask for things because your Heavenly Father knows what is best for you. But this is like, ask for everything and you'll get it. Which is weird. Remember God during the appointed days. For one who hastens to leave in 2 days, it shall be no sin. And for one who stays on, it shall be no sin for him either. This is for one who fears God. Have fear of God, and know that you shall all be gathered before him. So I think that's like, don't travel on holy days, which is like, don't do work, so that's fun. There are some men whose views on the affairs of this life may please you. They even call on God to witness whatever is in their heart, yet they are the most contentious of quarrelers. When he turns away, he sets out to spread corruption in the land, destroying crops and cattle. God does not love corruption. This is a theme throughout the Bible too, but that's cool. So, like, you should fight against corruption, right? Yeah, so you gotta fight it, right? That's a thing. Fight corruption. When he is told, have fear of God, he is seized by pride which drives him to wrongdoing. Hell shall be enough for him. I'm really curious as to what the word that they use for hell is, because I know in the Bible, I talk about the Bible a lot for reading the Quran. There's the whole I'm a Christian reading it thing, so. In the Bible, there's a couple of different words. There's Sheol from the Old Testament, which just means like the land of the dead. And then there are the two Greek words, I can't remember which. One is for good people and one is for bad people, I think. Or maybe that's just the land of the dead too. And then hell comes from like the Norse gods of the underworld. So I wonder what this word is and what its connotations are, because that would be really interesting to know. A dreadful resting place. There. So there's some sort of rest involved, but it's dreadful. I don't know. But there are others who would dedicate themselves to seeking the pleasure of God. God is compassionate to his servants. These videos are really rambly. So I don't know if you're going to like that or not, but I'm going to keep making these. These are not ones I hold counsel on. I hope you have a great day.